going to do another video, first video, I guess this could be the first video, on, blackfishing. I feel like, for one, crazy things. People always accuse people who are bigger of blackfishing the most. Like, you'll see that on Instagram, influencers that were accused. This one chick, she has full lips. And she's overweight. And she had a tan once. And then they called her mixed fisher or blackfisher. My question is, why are we making these assumptions of black women? Are we assuming we're all overweight? Like, so if I'm skinny, if I have a flat butt, if I have big boobs, am I a white fisher? My body just naturally is a white fisher or something? Like, come on now. See my point? I don't get this. Like, people say, oh, if someone got a body to be more like black women, they got bigger butt and bigger hips. What is wrong with you that you think that all black women are built with big hips and big butt? Like, you are a fucking ignorant person. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. I don't like that. That offends me as a black woman because it's like, so what are skinny women? What are skinny black women? We exist. I'm talking to you. Honestly, from what I've seen, technically, white women are actually wider hipped than black women. We just tend to be more overweight. Why are you trying to perpetrate the idea that we're all overweight? Just some of us are overweight. But why are you even trying to make that like assumption that we're overweight people? That's ignorant there. And on top of it, there are other things that bothered me, like people saying like a hairstyle this one day. Someone's blackfishing, for example, Mike and Blacks made a video of Rita Ora blackfishing, and it was Chrissy, I think, did a video of, what's her name, Khloe Kardashian blackfishing. You know what color their hair was? Blonde in both cases. Now, who told you black people had blonde hair? Or that was a black trait? You know what I mean? The ones who have blonde curly hair naturally are white people. You just see a lot of blonde curly hair in black people because they dye their hair. So now we're just gonna try and take something that we did and try to dye our hair and call it our own. Something fake is now ours. Even like box braids. Box braids are fake. They're not real. So you're claiming your fake hair as blackfishing. Come on, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. You know it doesn't. And that's why it makes it so easy to transfer back to the other side. So, say Beyonce wears the same hairstyle you were talking about, like in Rita Ora. Blonde braids. I've seen her do it. How is she not whitefishing? Everybody knows nowhere in hell is she naturally a blonde. You can look at her kids' photos. Her hair is either dark brown or black. She doesn't have blonde hair at all. She's been whitefishing all this time with blonde hair in her hair, like she always has her hair blonde. I mean, you say like blackfishing? Well then, anytime anybody dyes their hair blonde is whitefishing. Anytime anybody straightens their hair, it is whitefishing. By people, we straighten our hair so often. We straighten it for weaves, we straighten it for natural hair. We straighten it almost always. We probably straighten it even when we put on a wig. I mean, come on now. And you're saying that if someone is whitefishing because they have braids in their hair, which they can do naturally, we cannot put our hair straight naturally. We cannot have our hair blonde naturally. You know what I mean? These are things we can't do. And of course, weaves, wigs, we can't have those naturally if they aren't natural. Quite obvious. We didn't even need to talk about that. But I mean, like, people saying white fishing. If it was white fishing, then I guess contour is. I mean, if it was black fishing, then I guess white fishing would be contour for black people's faces. So many things we do would be white fishing. And on top of it, it's just so racist to say these things are black fishing and these are black features. A big butt is not a black feature. It is not a black feature. There's a lot of white people, white women, they have wide hips. They're wider. You have to realize white people in general, male or female, are usually bigger than black males and females. And I know people don't like to admit this, it bothers them a bit. But you could look at the average height of a white person in Europe. Generally, they are taller. They're bigger. Their bones are just bigger. So obviously, their hip bones are much more likely to be much wider, and therefore a bigger butt. And plenty of people can get given bigger, rounder glutes with that. On top of it, just with exercise. So you get wide hips, you got glutes. That is not unnatural. That is normal. And so to me, it's just odd. Like someone would say that's a black feature. You've never seen a square-shaped black girl? They're all over the place. They're white fishing? Or what are they doing since they don't have a big butt? Like, seriously. Did they have a fake body to get themselves into a square shape? You gotta make sense. Make it make sense. Otherwise, you're just being stupid at this point with the whole black fishing stuff. It's not real. Really, seriously. That's what I always notice, that you're always trying to say like a big person or someone who has a tan. This is nonsense. You get mad at someone for their natural tan, exposure to the sun. I mean, this is natural. This is how their skin basically. It's a good thing because it makes them survive better against skin cancer. But I mean, like, you shouldn't be mad at them because that's how their skin responds to the sun. So that's just my opinion on that, on um, fishing and mixed fishing. I mean, you should say when someone puts on black makeup, that itself is blackfishing. But don't try and say like someone is blackfishing just because they have a tan. That would be like saying black people who don't have a tan are trying to get light and they're trying to whitefish. We could do this both ways, you know. It can go both ways, and I don't understand why people don't pay attention to that. And then mainly after that is the whole part about like how people try and act like blackfishing is like some types of behavior, you know, can be blackfishing. And I think that is even more offensive because you're saying basically that black people act a certain way. It's one thing to say black people look a certain way, okay. We do look a certain way. We have certain skin tones. Some of us have certain features. We have the lips, we get the nose, we get the cheekbones, you know. But saying things like that we act a certain way, we are individuals. We don't act a certain way. That's where racism comes from. You have to recognize it. If you don't realize you're being pissed, then you have to reevaluate why you can't recognize when people are being disrespectful to you and when people are being rude to you to the point where they're stereotyping you and you think they're on your side. Like, don't do that. That's basically all I have to say on this, and I'm gonna end the video. Thanks. Bye.